Mike LaFleur.
And maybe the same can be said for the potential hire of Klint Kubiak to the Raiders. Not official yet, because Klint Kubiak, he has an important job for the Super Bowl, obviously running the Seahawks offense, and does call plays for the Seahawks offense. But this one expected to get done here, Jay. And obviously Kubiak was one of the biggest riser type play caller names this season, where there wasn't a ton of guys like this on the market in this coaching cycle.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of a tell how infatuated Tom Brady was with Klint Kubiak on the call of Rams Seahawks. Rightfully so, he called a great game there. I think it's perhaps a little bit lost that I don't think there's like an immense amount of talent on the Seattle offense, like relative to a team that is now in the Super Bowl. Like the offensive line is very shaky coming into the year. JSN is perhaps the best receiver in football, but outside of that, Ken Walker is constantly dealing with injuries. Sam Darnold obviously has extreme strengths and weaknesses, but Kubiak, the fact that he's been able to devise this offense around Darnold's strengths, also the fact that we kind of forget that the New Orleans Saints looked like the best team in the world for 2 weeks last year before their offensive line, everything just collapsed. So I think that Kubiak, he's proven himself. He comes from, the Shanahan tree naturally, and he'll have a chance to be a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator going into this job. But yeah, I think it's pretty exciting pairing him with very likely Fernando Mendoza.
And that's the most important talking point, Lawrence, is that his job, his biggest goal will be to make sure Mendoza undergoes the right development as the #1 overall pick, with an offense that had a really, really rough year.
For sure, and I think the reason why Klint Kubiak is in this position and is looked at as probably the top candidate during this coach's cycle is because he's gotten the best out of Sam Darnold.
Right.
We saw Sam Darnold be pretty damn good last season. He faltered during the end of the season, but now Sam Darnold got over that hump, played his best game of his career with Matthew Stafford on the other side, coming right back at him. That's hard to do. So in knowing that, if you're the Raiders, you got to feel confident knowing that, hey, if we're going to have a rookie quarterback #1 overall, this is the guy that we feel could get the best out of him early.
Well, but also the other thing about Kubiak is talked about, right? Like he's so good at like play action and using his running back. And so when you go to a team that doesn't have a lot but does have Ashton Genty, so how can he use Ashton Genty to set up Fernando Mendoza for success? Bowers obviously as well. They're going to need some help, but again, Kubiak, who when he took the job at Seattle, he took the job thinking he was coming there with Geno Smith. Like he took the job before they made them. If I have my timing correct, I believe he was there prior to Geno moving on and them signing Sam Darnold.
Because Geno got traded during free agency in March.
Yeah. So and so sort of kind of like, okay, let me switch gears a little bit. But to your point, like the job he's done with Sam Darnold, everyone knows Mike McDonald, defensive side of the ball as a head coach. So, congratulations to Klint Kubiak, and it's so interesting, right? We talk about sort of here's Mike LaFleur, brother of Matt LaFleur. Now here's Klint Kubiak. His father Gary Kubiak, obviously, one of the former NFL quarterback, longtime offense coordinator and head coach in the NFL. So another one from like NFL NFL royalty, if you will. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.